But first, the FBI under siege. The president and Congress are raising questions about its trustworthiness and credibility, whether it's over the Russia investigation or James Comey's handling of the Clinton emails. The criticism is being heard and felt throughout the nation, including in the Indianapolis office. Our Rafael Sanchez sat down with Indiana's top FBI agent before he officially retired to discuss the major issues confronting the men and women on our state's front lines.
Well, Jay Abbott, welcome to Indianapolis this week. It's great to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. With all the criticism coming out of Washington, questioning the confidence and trust that we should have in the FBI, are you concerned at all with that message that the public may not believe the work of the FBI?
Yeah, no, thanks for asking that. And absolutely, I'm very concerned by it. It's in the news every day right now. And I mean, the news has become the drama, and the last thing the FBI wants is to be at the center of that drama. And certainly internally within the ranks across the country, within the FBI, it's a morale hit. But one of the things I try to stress with our employees all the time in this division, and I know my 55 special agent in charge colleagues around the country are doing the same thing, is those relationships that we have within the state of Indiana here. We're building trust every day, and we work together every day with the community, with our law enforcement brethren, with private and public sector entities, the state, local authorities, and that trust is genuine. And I know that it will continue. And the only thing I can say about what's happening at the national level right now is for the American people to be patient and wait and watch. And what they should expect is absolute transparency with the situation and allow some time to happen for the truth to come out.
We saw a record homicide rate in 2017 in the city of Indianapolis. What is the role of the FBI in trying to curb this gun violence? These guns are coming not only from within the state, but from intrastate. And then, of course, the opioid crisis is making this even much worse. So what role do you have if I live in Avon or Greenwood or Kokomo to make sure that my community is safe?
All right. So, Rafael, thanks for asking that. And I'll admit, this is an area that for me is very frustrating. Since I have arrived here 3.5 years ago, we're at the heights of the best collaboration we have ever experienced with local law enforcement. IMPD is a perfect example. We are working so well together and making such significant impacts with our investigations, and yet the homicide rate has gone up. And so, my opinion in that regard is that it's not just a problem that can be solved by arresting our way out of the problem or through criminal prosecution. It's more of a social type of a problem that we have to have a holistic approach to. And Rick Hite recognized this. Troy Riggs, Brian Roach's predecessor, recognized this. And Brian Roach, I think, recognizes this as well. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to stop trying to go after the worst of the worst. For example, the recent case against the Grundy crew that we managed to bring to resolution recently. That had a lot of collaboration, but it's going to take much more than just law enforcement to solve this issue of the rising homicides, unfortunately, I think.
You are retiring as a special agent in charge. Thank you for your dedication to country and your service to country.
Thank you.
What do you see, though, then as the lasting challenge, and what do you see as your successes as you move on to the next chapter in your life? Let's start with the challenges.
Lasting challenges, the last one in regards to the homicides, I think is a big one. I think right now, particularly given the current things that are going on nationally within the FBI, one of the lasting challenges for the FBI that's going to continue is trying to make sure that we maintain the trust with the American public that we serve. Again, without their trust, we can't be effective. And they need to be assured that they can count on us to be that unbiased entity that can do these investigations without being influenced. That's going to be a challenge right now, I would say, for at least many months and maybe even a short number of years to come for them to see that we are that entity. Successes, I'll stay focused on Indiana. Some of the successes I'm very proud of are the child exploitation case with Jared Vogel, for example. I think that's a fantastic one. The recent Grundy case and a number of other violent crime type cases. The Brian Kill case, Buster Hernandez, who had threatened the Plainfield High School and surrounding community by using the Tor network to obscure his internet identity when he threatened the schools. No one thought that that would be solved, and that was a very difficult case to solve, and it took the FBI and our complex investigative techniques to solve it, and I'm very proud of that as well, among many others. Public corruption all across the state. I feel like we've made some very dynamic, impactful differences in some communities with our public corruption investigations.
Jay Abbott, thank you so much. Congratulations as you retire. We appreciate your time on Indianapolis this week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.